Hello, my name is Stacy and this is Charli and we're from The Well. Today we're going to do a really fun exercise with you that we like to think of as the human glitter jar exercise. So I'm going to shake this up a little more. So there's some days and moments where our energy gets really moving quickly, like glitter in a glitter jar. And that's fantastic, but we want to be able to make sure that we can use that energy in a really great way. And we also want to be able to know that we can calm or settle that energy down. So we're going to do an exercise, which is like waking up the glitter inside ourselves. So there's two ways you can do it. In a second, I'm going to stand up. Charli's going to stay seated. So depending on your situation in your classroom, either way is going to really work great, but we're just going to show you both ways. So let's get ready. I'm going to go ahead and stand up. Charli's going to stay seated, and we'll get ready to begin. So in order to begin, you want to take your feet and put them a little bit apart. Not super far apart, just a little bit apart. And think about the back of your legs, your knees. Sometimes we straighten our legs super hard, and that kind of makes the glitter energy stop. So it's almost like someone makes a slight breath behind your knee, and you just soften your knees. Take your arms a little bit outside your body, and Charli can do the same thing along with me in the chair. And then if you're comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. If not, you can soften your eyes. So I'll close my eyes, and Charli, you soften your eyes. And then just take a second to notice, how do you feel in your own body today? There's all kinds of things we can notice. We can notice if we feel tired in our body, or maybe we have like a bruise or something because we bumped our arm. But we can also notice more subtle things. So can you feel how the air feels against your skin? Or maybe how your clothing feels against your skin. There's no right or wrong way to feel. You're just noticing how you feel. And now we're going to wake up the glitter energy in our body. So we're going to start by tapping our heads. So you can kind of pat or tap, but you want to get all around your scalp, waking up your brain. And then we're going to come to our ears, and we're going to pinch our ears, pinch and pull. So many of us are super familiar with Western medicine, but there's a whole other kind of medicine, Eastern medicine, that thinks of the body in these meridians or channels. And so in Eastern medicine, the idea is that the ears are a portal to the whole body. So what if we're waking up our whole body just by pinching our ears? We're going to tap our face. You can massage or tap all around your face. You can kind of massage your throat. And then if you take your palm of your hand and place it gently against your throat, and we're going to make a sound together. It's going to be like this. We're going to inhale and go, ah. Do you notice the vibration or the kind of the tingling feeling that your voice makes? So vibration makes sound, and you're making vibration in your body, waking up your body with your voice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pat our chests. I'm not going to pat too hard, but Charli is, because I have a microphone on. But you're waking up the energy in the heart, Then you're coming to your belly and you're waking up the belly. You're going to come back to the heart. I'm tapping lightly. You can tap a little harder and to the belly. Now here's the tricky part. Take one arm out, palm down. And we're going to do right arm. You're going to tap down the outside of the arm, flip it, tap up the inside. Tap down, tap up. And then we switch, left arm. Down the outside, up the inside. Down the outside, up the inside. Hands to the back. You're going to pat on your back, wake up all the energy in your back body, and then we're going to go down the legs. So you're going to tap down the front of the legs, up the back of the legs. Tap down the front of the legs, up the back of the legs. Awesome. Now, finally, rotate wrists, fingers, ankles, toes. Oh, I feel better already. You're going to knock in like this. It's like we have webbing in our fingers, and we're just going to like tap, tap, tap in, up and down. And then you're going to take each finger and you're going to like gently pull on each finger. Gently pull. Doing great. And then we're going to go back to our starting position. Inhale, exhale. And notice, how do you feel now? Do you feel maybe a little more tingly, warmer, more balanced, sleepy? My guess is there's some difference that you might be able to feel. And what this indicates is that you've awakened, enlivened all the energy in your body, so you've become a glitter jar. So that's understanding your own energy in your body, part one. We have an additional part here. So what if you rubbed your palms together? And can you feel how it's kind of warm? And then if you widen your hands a little bit, and then you slowly start to bring them together real slowly, can you feel that it's kind of warm and maybe a little tingly before you even touch? That's your energy. That's the energy you bring into the room, into the world, that you can use for so many great things. So we're going to come back in just a second, and we're going to show you another way that we can play with our energy together. Are you ready for part two of our glitter jar exercise? So you can do this seated. We're going to show it to you standing. So what's going to happen is we're going to each start just to remember what it feels like to make our own energy within our hands. And then every person in your classroom needs to find a partner. Charlie's going to be my partner. So you're going to rub your hands. You're going to look at your partner and just kind of say, hi, we're going to do this together. And then you turn your hands, and super slowly, we're going to come in until you feel the energy of your partner. And if you don't feel it right away, no big deal. Let's try it again. Let's say we didn't really feel it too much. We try it again. And we go slowly. It's really subtle, but you can probably feel, I don't know, a little bit of a warmth, a little bit, almost like the air gets thicker. And we're going to show you another cool thing you can do. So I'm going to take my hands on the top. Can you take your hands on the side? And you know what we have now? We have an energy ball. So let's shift. So you be at the top and I'll be at the sides. And then we're going to go back. And we're staying connected to the feeling of the energy. Good job. All right, so thank your partner. And we're going to get ready for for the third part. So the final exercise in the energy work, so we felt our own glitter energy, we felt a partner's energy, and now when we have the time and the space, we're going to feel all of our energy together. So what that means is that you're going to need to get into a circle. But what's going to happen as we get started is you have to get really close together in your circle. Do you see how our arms are touching? Our feet are wide, because if our feet are real close together, we might feel like we're not balanced. So widen our feet, slight bend to the knees. So now you're all going to do it. You're going to get in a circle together. It might feel a little giggly, it might feel a little strange, but trust us, it's going to be cool. So now you're in your circle. Everybody take a big breath in and a big breath out. And notice if your knees are a little bent. Do you notice in your circle, you're starting to feel like you're moving in a wave-like circle? Charlie and I can even feel it, and we're not even in a whole circle. That's all of our energy working together. So maybe in your school you might hear about collaboration or teamwork. This is what it can feel like. Alrighty, friends. When you're ready, you can step a little bit apart, kind of look around at everybody in your circle, say thanks, and have a great day.